Hello again, welcome to another edition of the Real Ale Guide. I'm joined by Chris.
Nice to see it.
Real Ale in 140, which you can find
It's just here. Somewhere.
just here. We'll get a link to his channel. This is the Mohawk Unfiltered Lager.
Do the showing. Sideways label. There we go.
This one's 330 centilitre or 330 milliliter or 333 centilitre, and it's 5.3% ABV. So
we're still not used to the metric system, quite frankly.
Yeah.
What's the point of that? Yeah, I want a quarter of sweets. I don't want 125 grams.
no, exactly. Oh, let's
Yeah.
get these beers open.
This is as close as we could get. It's the Durham Brewery beer, because that's far as close to the UK mainland as we get to Sweden. So
Yeah,
where are these from?
these are from these are Swedish beers from, I'm not sure if it's in a Dawn Stelstrat. Is that Dawn Stelstrat?
Probably.
I think so. And okay, so we got an unfiltered lager, and it's coming at 35 IBUs.
That's high for a lager, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. It's unfiltered, but we're gonna get it all in there.
Yeah, let's get the bits in.
Get the bits in.
There's not many bits, actually, frankly. It's cloudy.
Yeah. Okay, so what are you getting, Chris?
Well, I've not poured as aggressively, so I've not got the head you've got, but... Oh, put bloody hell!
Oh, that is hoppy.
Yeah.
That is hoppy. Now that is an interesting take on a lager.
Yeah, really, really interesting. I mean, my traditional kind of lager experience, as I'm sure most of yours are, is... Yeah, probably a Belgian lager if you're lucky, and in most cases be a door from Tesco's at some point in your youth, and and in the worst possible scenario, it's Stella or Carling.
Absolutely.
I don't think this is going to fit into that canon.
No. Well, I've got quite a nice fluffy head on my beer here. It's golden ambery colour. Like Chris said earlier, it is slightly hazy.
You've got the movement. You can catch the movement in the beer.
Carbonation seems quite low to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not being rammed full of carbonation after, it doesn't look like.
So what are you getting in the nose, Chris?
There's a huge ram of hops in there.
Yeah, there really is, yeah.
And New Zealand probably, I think.
You're still getting that classic lager yeast in there as well, though?
Yeah.
You're still getting that kind of... You still know it's a lager at the same time with the lager yeast?
It's still bringing the malty quality through that you'd expect from a beer. A beer. A beer ale.
Smells lovely. I think we should just dig
really
into this.
Yeah.
Give it a
amazing
taste.
Fruit smells in there. It's just
Yeah.
brilliant, isn't it?
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers, Mohawk.
That's really interesting.
Even though I'm getting a big pick or a big hit of hops and all the other flavours, the biggest thing I found from this was the quality of the water. It was like, this is really, really refreshing.
Yeah, it's massively refreshing. And I think the reason for that for me is it's so crisp. When it goes down, it's just straight down. As a lager, as you'd expect a lager to be. You don't expect a big lingering aftertaste from a lager.
No.
This gives you bang, hops and off.
Hops, and then just, this is very, very refreshing. That was my instant thought, is how refreshing this beer is.
And the carbonation is misleading, actually. It's far busier than I thought it would be from looking at it.
Yeah. Gives you that zingy kind of springiness on the back of the throat, I'm getting.
Yeah.
Quite malty.
Yeah, it's not an abiding malt, though. Everything seems to come through quite quickly. I'm not left with a massive aftertaste. And if there is anything, it's the hop. It's that New World hop character.
Yeah. I think what they've done here is gone,
Comes back on the burp as well.
Yeah, which is another good sign. What they've done here with this beer is gone. There's a lot of new lagers coming out. There's a lot of people bringing out lagers. Let's see what happens if we bring out a lager and bang a load of hops in. And I think it's worked.
I think it's a great idea. I think for people who are non, beer, in the truer sense of the word, drinkers, this could be a brilliant stepping stone. Try this lager. It's full of taste. Imagine that.
Yeah.
You don't need to be afraid of the style. You don't need to be afraid of the consistency of the kind of the body of the beer or anything like that. This is going to give you a big lager hit and not kind of worry you too much.
No. It's big in that it's hoppy, but it's very thin. It's very thin. It's got the consistency of pure water.
Yeah.
It's not
spring water.
It's spring water. Yeah. It's not got that kind of like you get these. See if you got a Sierra Nevada torpedo, and it's slightly sticky.
Yeah.
It's not sticky at all. No. It's a bit of a glider.
Yeah. I mean, they've picked up 35 IBUs on this. I've had American beers that will be using some of the same hops.
Yeah.
That are sticky at that rate.
Yeah, absolutely.
This isn't doing that. Other good places that perform a similar trick. You think of Buxton. They do a similar thing. That they give you a big whack of the hop and then wash it away with that cool water taste. Fantastic.
Yeah, and you're getting the same qualities in this beer. That is exactly what you're saying. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you next is hop flavours. What are you getting flavours from the hops?
I'm getting Satsuma. Grapefruit, maybe?
Yeah. Definitely Satsuma, yeah.
Kumquats. I get kumquats from that. Christ, there's a bee the size of my head. Kumquats. You just eat them whole, and you get the tang of the orange from that.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is again. It's a bloody wasp. Christ. Go away. Danger of a ravine in the garden, unfortunately.
Yeah, right next to a wasp's nest.
Yeah, probably.
I'm getting a lot of citrus. A lot of the took my mind off the orange. The Satsuma. A lot of the Satsuma you mentioned earlier. I'm picking up a lot of the Satsuma.
I'll take it back. It's not grapefruit. It's a much sweeter citrus than that.
There's a slight. Would you say it's a peach character or?
Yeah, but not synthetic.
No.
Not synthetic at all. Like a nectarine. Because for me a peach has slightly different hit on my taste buds, but then peachiness and there's nothing. Doesn't feel like anything's been injected into this beer.
No. I think it's absolutely natural. I just want to show if you can pick that up. I want to rock the beer back and forth just to show the condition. The head has stayed all the way down in this beer, and although I can't read much out because it's all in Swedish, and what I can pick out is that it's a bloody good beer.
Yeah, it really is. They've labelled it as a kind of an American pale ale. Where does it fit into that canon? Well, we've got a Sierra Nevada pale ale sat in the fridge.
I think we'll go away and try it, and I'll perhaps put something in the comments box or an annotation after. But for me, I think it is pushing towards a pale ale. They've called it a lager. It's a lager-based beer with a load of hops thrown in.
That yeast is in there.
The lager yeast is definitely in there.
And it's obviously been kept at a certain temperature for a certain amount of time. If they've labelled it lager and then they want to keep on the trade descriptions outside, they must have lagered it. To be able to call it that.
Classic lager yeast. Now, if I was asking you, Chris, if you just mowed the lawn, you spent an hour mowing this great big lawn you got here, and I said to you, Chris, to refresh yourself, you're boiling hot, you're sweating, you're knackered, Could you pick up this beer and refresh yourself? Could you?
I could go through half of this within a couple of mouthfuls. Just
it's one of
after
them.
I've mown the lawn on a hot day.
Lawnmower beer.
Yeah, and that's not in a derogatory sense at all. You know, that's a great concept. I think. You know, sometimes you push yourself hard, and sometimes just a glass of squash won't cut it.
Yeah.
You need to really kick back and have some wild flavours in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's time for the rating.
Right. I love the smell. I love the character. I'm happy to go with. Let's go with a 9 for this. It's good.
Yeah.
Good lawnmower beer. And good on the burp. Have you had a burp yet on it?
Yeah, it's quite a nice hoppy burp back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna join you on a 9. 9 out of 10. I just think that it's exactly what we've talked about for the last 10 minutes. It's just that classic hoppy.
It's fantastic that they've got the hoppy quality into a lager, but I think it's straight into that pale ale territory.
Yeah, I would, if I was drinking this blind, I'd say it was a hoppy pale ale.
Yeah,
I really would. But you do sense the lager yeast that they've used, and it is got a big backbone of lager to it. But yeah, I get that hoppy bit. I give this a 9. Check out Chris's channel at youtube.com/Real Ale in 140.
Thank you for the plug. Shameless as always.
Same thing on Twitter, Real Ale in 140 on Twitter at.
And the blog as well.
And check out the blog, yeah. But thanks for watching another edition of the Real Ale Guide. Thanks to Mohawk Brewing Company in Sweden for sending such wonderful beers.
Fabulous beer.
Fabulous beers. And cheers.
Nope.